Jimmy Z Show.
Now, Kevin Jackson is a talk radio host. He is a black conservative. He's very well known. He's been on Sean Hannity a number of times. And he wrote a newsletter about all of this. And Kevin is kind of catering to the libertarian conspiracy nut crowd. And what I'm going to do here is read my article about Kevin Jackson and Friday's supposed police state. And again, I don't like criticizing Kevin Jackson. He's more popular than I am, and he could probably do more damage to me than I could do to him. But I don't care. I've got to speak out where something is being mischaracterized. When manure is being spread. When, as Mark Levin put it, did I play that last week? I forget. But Mark Levin, I think I did. Mark Levin was talking about conspiracy theorists, and he called it poison. Spewing poison. And that's exactly what's happening here. Kevin Jackson demeans the stellar, heroic work of law enforcement in Massachusetts. I really hate to do this. Kevin Jackson is a smart guy, a conservative black American, but honestly, I think he's getting a little full of himself. Some might argue that you can't fault success, but hell, Alex Jones is a very successful guy, and he's doing genuine damage to the conservative cause in America. So let me outline what's happening. Recently, Kevin wrote the following in a newsletter about the killing and capture of both terrorist suspects last Friday. Quote, "Have you considered how much more of our money was spent chasing two cockroaches? Millions of dollars, an entire city of 4.7 million people on lockdown to find two punks. Governor Rick Perry had to be laughing at this idea, given that Texans are armed and some citizens would have dispatched these two Muslim terrorists with a quickness. Instead, Bostonians were told to stay in your homes, let the government spend millions of dollars to do what somebody could do with $3.48 in bullets. Stay in your homes and be scared because Big Brother has your back. The same Big Brother who carried fully automatic real assault rifles in chasing the perps." End quote. I'm sorry to say it, but Kevin Jackson is playing to the conspiracy kook police state crowd. These are the people who have been purposely mischaracterizing the work of law enforcement on Friday in Massachusetts as a police state, as martial law, and as a test run to take over the whole country. This is really poisonous stuff, no question about it. And the FBI, the Boston Police Department, and various police and sheriff's departments involved do not deserve it. As much as I like Mr. Jackson, he's been buying into a lot of the conspiracy theory twaddle over the last year or so, probably because it does sell. And this is sad. I hate to say it, but this time he's off his nut. No, we do not wait for citizens to hunt down and shoot criminals. That's anarchy at best. It's dangerous as hell, too. You end up getting innocent people shot, people who were misidentified by inexperienced citizens running around with guns trying to catch bad guys. It's so preposterous that I hate even having to explain it. And this is just one reason why it makes zero sense. We hire law enforcement for a reason. And it is crazed, paranoid losers who listen to and believe people like Alex Jones who are sowing distrust in our police and the FBI. No one in Massachusetts lost any freedom. In fact, freedom was protected on Friday. The people who live in Watertown, Massachusetts, lined up along the streets and cheered the heroes who caught the bad guys. It is truly exemplary work that was done, and both terrorists were caught and killed within 3.5 days after the bombing. God bless the FBI, the Boston Police Department, and all other police departments and sheriff's offices who played a part in killing and capturing the two bomb-wielding Islamic terrorists responsible. They are all heroes. This was not martial law. This was not a police state. This was clearly, to anyone watching, a case of clear and present danger. Have a listen to Brian Suits in Los Angeles on Saturday night. It's only 60 seconds, but it's the most important thing I've heard on the radio since this whole thing began in Boston last Monday.
I'm kind of surprised by all the people on Thursday and Friday morning saying, "Oh, well, I can't believe the police were just coming into my house." It's called Clear and Present Danger, folks. Did you all not make 24 the number one show for 8 years? Do you think an A-bomb would be sitting in somebody's basement and the cops would come up and say, "Well, if you don't want to let us in, that's your right. Have a good day. Here's a sticker for the kids." Are you kidding? It's called greater public good. I don't want to be blown up by the atomic bomb or the pressure cooker bomb. And, time and proximity and clear and present danger. Your Fourth Amendment, that's terrific. But there is a exigency that exceeds that, and it's clear and present danger. It's just that in our lifetimes, we've never seen that. I absolutely wrap myself in the Constitution. I love that document, but I know something that a lot of people need to know. It's not a suicide note. It never was meant to be. Hey, folks, Lincoln, he suspended habeas corpus. America was effectively a police state during the Civil War. The North, the United States of America, was a police state. You went in front of a military tribunal. Lawyer, are you kidding? Miranda, he wasn't born. So, sorry. There is precedent for this.
All right, that's 60 seconds. Just a little over 60 seconds from Brian Suits. It is so important for people to realize this. And I love what he said about the Constitution. It is not a suicide note.
I absolutely wrap myself in the Constitution. I love that document, but I know something that a lot of people need to know. It's not a suicide note. It never was meant to be.
Boy, I'll tell you, people need to wake up. Let me finish the article here I wrote. One more thing that Mr. Jackson wrote. This is Kevin Jackson, quote, "If you are tired of upside-down government, then you know what my team does. We want to get people to uprise against this gangster government, and we won't follow anybody." End quote. Just what the hell does "we want to get people to uprise against this gangster government" mean? How does this manifest itself? It's pretty incendiary. Is he talking coup d'etat or what? And who is the leader? Every group is led by someone. If you're not going to follow anyone, all you have are individuals. This kind of rhetoric is troubling at best, destructive and damaging to conservatism at worst. I realize that Kevin's audience is bigger than mine, and Mr. Jackson can go after me much more effectively than I can go after him. But this is activism that hurts the conservative brand and makes conservatives look like the kind of people who really are dangerous to others. Kevin said he was asked by the GOP to come in and talk, and he refused. He said that he told the Republican Party, "I will not follow you." Now, if you ask me, this is an opportunity that true conservatives should have taken advantage of. Unfortunately, though, I believe that Kevin Jackson is much more interested in catering to the conspiracy crowd and growing an audience comprised of them, and that's not conservative at all. And one more thing, by the way. He mentioned Governor Rick Perry and the state of Texas, and that Rick Perry would be laughing at what happened in Massachusetts. I got to tell you, if this same thing had happened in Texas, you would have the FBI, the Texas Rangers, and whatever city's police departments doing the very same thing. All right? This kind of ridiculous talk about let the citizens handle it, handle law enforcement, let the citizens go after the terrorist bomber. It's pure crap. It's pure nonsense.
The Jimmy Z Show.